Good morning. My name is LexC, and I just wanted to hop on this camera really quickly because I had an idea that I think is kind of deep and that I think will help to change the mindset of anyone who's watching it, because it has certainly kind of changed my mindset and made me a little bit more grateful and a little bit more mindful of everything that I've accomplished so far. So if this sounds like something you might be interested in, if you need a little pick me up, you need a little inspiration, keep watching. So the other day I had a deep thought. When I'm doing yoga or I'm working out or taking my dog for a walk, I will often have these random thoughts and kind of have like little epiphanies that come to me. And one of those epiphanies is the fact that I have technically already made it to doing the things that I said I wanted to do, and I've already accomplished a lot of the goals that I've written down for myself. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I came to Atlanta to pursue audio production because I wanted to have a way to do something for myself, to learn more about the industry that I say I wanted to be a part of. And I wanted something that would be helpful to me in the long run. And audio engineering was one of those ways I could do that, you know. I may not be on the level that I want to be on, but through audio engineering, I could learn how to record myself, record my own music, record for other people, get on other people's tracks because I know my studio stuff, and possibly build my name behind the scenes. So when it comes time for me to break free, to break through into that bigger platform, LexC's name has already been around for a while. Well, before coming to Atlanta, I thought about, I was reminiscing on the time that I wrote down my goals, and in 6 months I was here in Atlanta to pursue that goal of going to school for music. I remember saying, all right, I know I don't want to do anything else. I know the traditional route of careers is not for me. So what does that mean? That means I want to go to a music school. Okay, let me research some music schools. Found 3 options, narrowed it down to one, the Art Institute of Atlanta. From there, I said, all right, I visited the school during my spring break, and I said, okay, this is definitely a place I want to be at. What do I have to do next to get to Atlanta? I saved my money while I was working. I picked up little things because I knew I was getting an apartment. I was not living in student housing. And pretty much within 6 months, I was gone and in Atlanta once I made up my mind that that is what I wanted to do. Fast forward a little bit. All right, I'm here. I'm learning how to do this engineering thing. What do I want to do next? Well, the overall goal is to build my name as a singer, get better at my craft, be able to engineer myself, mix myself. I want to get paid to travel. I want to get paid to be featured on people's music. I want to get paid to just do music. And what ended up happening was exactly that. I came to Atlanta. I got accepted to the Art Institute of Atlanta. I got my degree in audio production. I learned how to engineer myself. I was getting myself into rooms with big name artists, big name people who would recognize me, people who are in the industry. I'm mingling with these people who could help me. I'm getting paid to be featured on songs. I'm getting paid to give vocal lessons. I'm getting paid because people want to learn what I'm doing to get myself on. And, I'm getting paid to travel. I'm getting paid to feature in music videos. And basically, the whole gist of all of that is to say that I've already made it. All the goals that I wrote down, everything that I said I wanted to accomplish, I've technically already made it. The only thing that I guess stops me in my mind from believing that I'm doing a great job is the fact that I'm not on the level that I want to be on necessarily. So I've completed all of those goals, but I'm not big time yet, I'm not on the level of a Beyonce or a Rihanna or even a Summer Walker just yet. Side note, she and I went to the same school, but I'm just not on that level yet. And I wondered how many other people were feeling the same way I was feeling. Maybe like, man, I put in all this work and I'm still not where I want to be. When in reality, you've actually already done everything you set out to do. The only issue that we have with ourselves is that we're not on the biggest platform that we think we should be on. We're not at the ultimate level. But we have to understand that there are levels to this thing. There are levels in every career path. And just because you're not at that top level just yet, it doesn't mean that you haven't done a great thing in accomplishing your goals. I've always wanted to be a singer. Guess what? From the moment I started singing, I became a singer. I wanted to become an audio engineer. From the moment I stepped foot through those doors at the school to learn how to be an audio engineer, I was an audio engineer. When I pushed that button to record in Pro Tools, I was an audio engineer. The moment somebody paid me, even if it was just like $50 to $100 to be on a song, to do a hook or something, that's me getting paid to make music. That's me getting paid to be on someone's song. The moment somebody booked a plane ticket for me, took care of my hotel, took care of my food, guess what? I got paid to travel, and it was in connection to music, to film for a song that I also got paid to be featured on. So, and the shows that I've been paid to do shows as well. I've been paid to do live shows. So I don't want this to be too long of a video, but I just want you to kind of take a few moments. You have to slow down to be able to do this. Take a few moments, reminisce on the goals that you set for yourself, whether you made mental notes for yourself or whether you physically wrote it down in a notebook. Take a moment to look over all of the goals that you set out for yourself. Now I want you to take a moment and think about, or even physically cross it out on the list or cross it out in your mental list, however it is that you worked it, do that for yourself. And I want you to see how many things you actually did. Don't think about, oh, well, you know, it's not on this level like I thought it would be, or it's not here like I thought it would be. No. Did you complete this goal or not? And then once you start to change your perspective on, you know, being a success or doing what you set out to do, once you change your perspective and realize that you've already done the stuff you said you would do, you'll stop being so hard on yourself. You'll stop being so angry with yourself or so disappointed because you're not here, as opposed to, you know, you're here and you're not here where you want to be, where you think you want to be, basically. You know what I mean? So I just want to remind you to be gentle with yourself. And I want to tell you that you've already made it. Last thing I want to say is, and I was watching a movie and it kind of changed my life. The character said, "I don't believe in the pursuit of happiness. How can you pursue happiness?" And that really stuck with me hard because he was right. When you pursue happiness, it implies that it is outside of yourself. It implies that happiness is in something else, something that you always have to be chasing, something that you always have to be reaching for. But happiness actually lives within yourself. You have to manifest happiness. Happiness cannot be pursued. It has to be manifested. And when you manifest happiness, you realize that it is anywhere you are because it is a part of you. So now you're not chasing things to make yourself happy. You're not chasing things that you think are going to add value to your life. You understand that, hey, I'm great, I'm good, I'm happy with what I have right now. I can have a better peace of mind knowing that no matter what happens, I am happy. And to bring those two things together of I've already made it and I'm happy, that's it. You've already made it. As people, we're always chasing goals, and we often become a little bit sad when we either have already hit all those markers, we've reached all those goals, or we think that we haven't hit those markers and we haven't hit those goals. And I'm just here to tell you again, if you get nothing else from this video, you have already made it. Now, if you're not on the level you want to be on, take a look back at those goals that you made and up the ante, amplify it a little bit more. You know, what's the next step, the next level that you can do to take that goal to the next level? You know what I mean? So think about that. Like for me, all right, I've been paid this much to do this hook. Now I want to be paid this much. Or I've been paid to travel locally. Now I want to be paid to travel nationally. Or I have this many followers and I want this many followers on my social media. So if you are feeling a little bit dissatisfied with where you are, first realize that you've probably already made it, and then go back and look at those goals and see, all right, how can I up the ante? How can I level up even more? I believe that once you do this, you will not be as hard on yourself, and you'll realize that you are making it. You are doing it. You're not struggling. You have done exactly what you said you're going to do. And anybody that says any differently, honestly, F them, because they're not living your life. All right. They don't have the same vision as you. You are making things come to fruition. So if you find yourself feeling as though you aren't where you want to be, make sure that you have taken the time to realize that everything you need is already in you. Make sure that you take the time to understand that you have already accomplished much more than you ever thought you would. Even if the only thing you've done so far is to make a goal, you're further than even a lot of people. Now make that goal into a plan, break it down into bite-sized pieces, turn it into steps that you can slowly go up and up and up. And I think you'll start to realize that you've already made it. You're well on your way. That's all I wanted to tell you today. I hope you enjoyed this little pep talk. If it's something that you needed, I hope it helped you. My name is LexC. Like, share, subscribe, share with people, and let me know if there's any other content like this you want to see. But until then, peace.